Hello and welcome back. I'm People Joe and you're watching Transport Fever 2. Today we have a couple new lines to add and I want to add more goods to our network. Well, our current setup is actually working and I'm not surprised by that, but I mean, life is good. Our lines are making money. They're all running pretty full. I added a new train on this inner city line. And yeah, that's great. But I'm seeing our next victim already. We have this nice line of cities in this area. There is Church, Stretton, Thaxton, Broomyard and Winslow, Carlton, Colville, and Matlock. The nice thing about this, when I'm looking at it, is big city, small city, big city, medium city, small city for now. But what I can do is set up a regional express that goes to everything, or regional, just a smaller train, and then an inner city that just takes a direct Matlock, Broomyard, and Church Stretton direction. Sometimes we cannibalize your lines, but sometimes it actually works out. And this looks to me like there's a good distance for all our cities where we can actually make that work. And it doesn't really matter what the size of the city is at this point. When we're done with this, the cities will just grow. And then, as I said, I want to add more goods to our network. Right now, we only are serving a couple cities with a few goods, and that's not good enough. I want maybe not the EPAC achievement, but I still want the EPAC feel. So let's get started. First, we have to connect the new cities that I just showed you to our actual network, because otherwise, I don't want to build there. So let's just start out and get out there. If you like the stuff that I do, and it's this game and the other game, and I'm sure I'm going to play more train-related or like construction games that are similar. If you like that kind of stuff, hey, consider subscribing. I do this for fun, but if you want to join me and help me reach 1,000 subscribers, that'd be pretty sweet. Sweet. That was a fun word if you say it right. Yeah. No, I enjoy this. This is my hobby. This is something that I normally did without recording it, but now that I record it, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm good or bad at it. It's just something that I still enjoy doing even after a few months, and that doesn't happen a lot. So, yeah, I am planning on just continue doing what I am doing, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because I do, and I'm not planning on going away anytime soon. Sorry, houses, you are in the wrong place. Let's do this. I don't know if you knew that, but you can actually pull through the streets and then get a straight connection on both sides. Sometimes that's useful, sometimes it's people don't care. But I will... Hello, autosave. Yeah, I needed you, probably. This will be a relatively large station because I know that we're going to have one line probably ending here, then have the inner city line that I just talked about, and then have a regional line that I just talked about too. I think the inner city, let's make it big. Let's make it one platform per station. And then we can start making them a little longer. 5 is what we want. I will probably care, this might be our capital eventually. I will probably want to set them up so that I have the other side of the platform also covered. But not yet, because I have a feeling I will also add... some... What am I doing here? No. I didn't want that. I wanted this. There you go. Much better. I don't want tram track. Thank you. We may add tram track here. There's a nice square that just goes around, so we may as well do that. But not yet. Yeah. Well, what I was saying is I may want to add more good stations on the outside here, so I just want to keep that option open. Now, what will be really cool is if I can make this a 4-track, just a 4-track, that's all it is. There's no other word to that. It's a 4-track rail that has the inner city running on the outside and the regional services running more on the inside. I've seen that a couple times now. I kind of like it, to be honest. I'm just pulling out the lines here. One that I remember later on what I actually tried to do here. Where's the next city? Next city is hard left. Yep. And the inner city may actually branch off and not go through all the towns. I mean, keep it interesting just a little bit. But we have money now, so I'm not ashamed. Excuse me. We have money now, so I'm not ashamed to splurge a little bit on track. I mean, it's fine. We have it. We can do it. And more track looks attractive. I mean, look at this. This looks great. So you have to come in here. That factory is just in the way, of course. I'm sure it knew that it was doing that. How can I? This may actually work, because I can still connect everything up the way I need it to. So yeah, let's do this. See how far... Ugh, what's that road doing? Excuse me, road. You're not going to be here when I'm done with this. But pulling out I saw that I can't just have it sitting there like that, because it will just clip on the factory, and we can't have that. So here we go. Connect it up. Am I going to run it through? No. No, I'm not going to run it through. But maybe this will work. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. That's not something I actually prepared or was prepared for. Why are words so complicated today? I may want to run the forefield here a little straighter so we can actually have an easier time connecting everything. And I may even be able to put some dummy cars somewhere around here too. So just pull this out. I know that we're going to have 2 tracks running here, and then obviously 2 tracks on the outside. My dogs are crazy. I mean, I love them, but sometimes they just want to do the things that you really don't want to do right now, which is play with each other and do the things that dogs do when they play with each other. If you have dogs, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't have dogs, really don't worry about it, because it's not that exciting. Know this. Sometimes it's funny. Often it's not. If you're a cat person, that's cool too. I don't have one right now because the cat... Well, the cat is not here anymore. That's really all. Is in a better place now. He is in a better place. Okay, 4 field happened. Now, connect this one up to here, maybe. I think we should just pull it up to here. One thing that I learned, never, or if you can avoid it, don't pull your track next to a station that's already existing here. Just use the station track, simply because if you run it through and I want to delete it again, it's all split up into tiny little pieces that nobody wants to deal with. So here we are. It is a prime location for a big diamond. However, I don't like big diamonds. They feel not very realistic, which is a bad word to use, I know, because people get really upset about, well, this is realistic in my country because XYZ. And that is totally fine, and I appreciate that. But it's just, I don't know if I've ever seen a real diamond crossing in real life. That doesn't mean they don't exist at all. But the few... I rode a train often. And if I've really never seen a diamond crossing, maybe they're just not a thing. Or not a common thing. Let me just qualify that. What am I doing here? I'm just kind of skipping the middle track, because I know that's not a track that I will use for anything. By middle track, I mean where the platforms are. I will probably just put some vehicles on here. I will make it look like you can connect. But I'm not expecting to actually connect anything here. Just make it look pretty. That should be good. This one can go to this side. Honestly, I'm more concerned that I can get my trains from the depot, which is this rails coming in from this side, to all other rails that we have access to here. Everything else is just bonus. So let's see, what can we do? You can come out here. Then you can come out all the way here. That's good. You're already connected there. You are not connected to go over this way. We can do that. Make it look nice and busy. If we have cargo trains that can go here, I would love to have them run this whole section, because that would be great. Why? What are you... No, we are on flat ground. Why are you doing... You see this? I don't like that raised little piece there. Why is it doing that? Don't. I don't want you to have a raised little piece there. Can we try this again? It's not very cooperative, is it? Okay, we're not going to put anything there. This will just be a double crossing. Not a double crossing, but put a little bit of effort into this to make it look like a real thing. You're connected already. You are now connected for both sides. More than once. I didn't actually need this. Let's take that out. Gives us a little more space for placing signals. I'm still not sure why this one insists to be higher. Almost feels like... I'm going to leave that. Nope, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to redo these tracks to see if we can make that a little more organic. There's no reason why these have to be elevated on top of anything that we did before. No reason at all. So you come out here. Again, these are already connected there, so all I want from you is to be able to go there. And that looks better. It's not perfect, but it's better. I'm good with that. Now... Ooh, no. Go away again. Now, do I do this a lot? No, honestly, I really don't. I sometimes like to build 4 fields, but it's not something I regularly do. So don't worry if you just tuned in, if this is maybe a first episode you see from me. This is not something I do all the time. If you really like seeing this all the time, then there are other channels that do this with a lot more finesse and care and attention. That's not me. But I think that's okay. I'm okay with that. If you're okay with that, great. If you're not okay with that, that's also great. Just snap. There you go. Thanks, autosave. I saw you up there in the corner. I know you were doing something. Here we go. And now everything is kind of connected to everything, and it's a nice big 4 field, and now we can split out and do real things. First, let's extend our current setup. So we can maybe add a 4th train on here, but yeah. I will place some signals real quick and hook up the city and get all these guys done, then I'll be back. I did feel compelled putting a couple trams in, bro. It's just going to be a big city, and I want it to look nice. So that's where that is. I set up my lines as I usually do, and for the trams, I do try to keep the stops like at the end of the street, so they're not going to block anything ever. Like later on, you're going to have really big trams, and I don't want to overlap them. Another bonus is this still counts as one station, but if you put them far enough away, you actually get a couple extra houses, which we don't really need, but here's the loop. Everything's connected. I added 2 more trains on our red line, and it's actually expanding now through Early and Broomyard. Before it was only going to whatever that was called, Banbury. Yeah. So this is going to take a little while until this beds in again, but I think that's okay because we already have people waiting here, excited to get on the network. So let's continue. I only want to take this rail yard as far as I have to. So let's back this up just a little bit. These can... There's the tracks that I wanted. We don't need roads right here. These can actually turn off right away to hit to our next city. And our next city is going to be there, Thaxton. And I think it would be nice if we run this relatively close to the road. This is still a really sharp turn, and it's not my favorite. Maybe... Let's see, how is this connected? Can this side... Maybe I have to add a couple more crossovers because I'm thinking right now that I want up, up, down, down as the directions. So when the regional train comes back, it would be one of these two platforms. And whichever platform it is, I guess I want it to be able to come all the way over to here because that's where it's going to continue running. I may have to do this once I have the line set up because that should make it easier to figure out what I don't have. Because right now, we do connect to this one. We don't connect to this one from this platform. But, no, we do. Because it can go over here and then come all the way back to the station. Nope, this is fine. So if we run from here, it should be fine. 80 is probably the best I can do from right here. So let's stop complaining about that. Yes, 100 would be nicer, but this is a regional train and it shouldn't go super fast all the time. So I hope this is okay and acceptable for everyone. It is for me. Now, nice straight piece of track. Just keep your speed up like we always do. And we'll just pull it out in this direction. And then I need to figure out where I'm going to put the station, because that's our next stop. So it almost feels... Yeah, there's a little valley here that we can go through. And I think our high-speed train... High-speed, I said. We don't have high-speed trains yet. Since this is a big mountain, I don't think a high-speed train is going to be a high-speed train, but it's going to go past... Probably on the outside here. Let's put a couple tracks in there so we can find that again. Thanks, autosave. Every time you show up, I can't place my rail. So sometimes I feel like I should really reduce the autosave intervals, but then I realize that sometimes the game crashes when I don't want it, and then I'm more than happy that the autosave intervals are what they are. So let's not mess with that. Road. Not upgrade, a regular road. I would like... Yep, sorry house, don't need you. This is good. Rail before everything else. I wish I could put the smaller building on here by default, but I can't. This is a regional service, so it's going to be a smaller station. That building looks a lot more appropriate. And you are going to be able to pretty much cover the whole town from here. I like it. I like that a lot. Because now, my goal is essentially somewhere here to connect our rail to. And I think it may be easier to do that with just a couple placed rails. Honestly, I usually don't do this. I usually just run the rail however they come to me, and then we go from there. But I kind of like this. There's a little more pre-planning involved, and actually... You know, you have a goal that you're shooting for. Yeah, we're slowing down here. That is okay because it's in front of a station and we are going to slow down regardless. We don't need this road. There is a mod that lets you bring workers, it's called that, workers as passengers to the factories, and it's neat, and I played with it. I think I even have it in my mod list, but it hasn't been very fleshed out. It doesn't work as well as it should. Same thing here. We don't need any free roads, so let's just take all of these out. If you didn't know that, you can just click and hold your bulldozer, and then you just delete whatever you started deleting on, and you're not deleting any like trees or other things that you maybe not care about. It's especially nice in a city if you just want to remove all the roads, but that's going to get really expensive really fast. Where is the place for us? This station is going to be a terminal for sure. It needs to be able to be a little longer, and we only need 2 platforms. If we put you here, you're getting a little bit. If we put you here, you're getting a lot more. And if we make you a terminal station that has... I think we're going to try to connect to the side there, just because it looks better. And because it's going to cover more. Configure. Let's see. How much can we spend to make this work right? Oh, you. What? Come on. Yeah, and this one doesn't go out far enough. So, that's unexciting. It's a no, 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 no. Destroy that. We are still paused. Let's move this just a little to the left. And we should be able to actually get our large passenger building in here, I hope. Yeah, see, that's easy. 2 buildings, 3 buildings, 2 buildings. Right here is perfect. Nice little, what do you call that? Sure, there's a name for it. Can't think of it right now. But that's where we are. That's where we're placed. We don't even need a commuter route, but I think I'm going to add one anyways because it helps you keep everyone happy and actually gives you more connections for when your train comes in. They look like they will take your network if they can reach you at all, but that's not necessarily true. They actually want options, and they usually take the better option for them. It's not always the better option for you, though. Okay, there's no reason to do any swerving here. Perfect. And you come out this way. Excellent. And I would like... Good, 120. I would actually like to keep the 4-track intact, but I don't know if that's actually necessary on this side. More road that we don't need. Rail over road just never looks right, so may as well just give up on that. Yes, that's fine. We can continue our game. We can make a little more money so we can actually buy some trains that will do the thing that we need them to do. And you come out here. Yeah, that's great. The cheese. Milk and cheese. We have one of those factories already connected, so I don't think we're going to do much with that. Now, do I want a flying junction here, or am I okay with maybe running up, down, up, down? I think in this case, up, down does not sound terrible. But it would be cool if we can get a little tunnel in here. So, right. Tunnel me. Come on. There's a tunnel. Okay. Got the tunnel that I wanted. Now I back up the rail. Just so it looks a little nicer. And we can make this better. Just back it up until the curves that it runs is smooth. And right now this is pulling to the right just a little bit. So... Oh yeah, I think that's totally doable, usable. And there we have our little tunnel, everything's connected. And you can all come in here. Now, we don't actually need this whole piece of straight track, but maybe eventually we will need it for, you know, cargo trains. It's all possible. So let's plan for the future just a little bit. Now, where do I want you to go? Again, I like fields that are capable of connecting everything to everything. So let's do that. Throw one in here and one in here, and now all the trains will be able to go anywhere they want to go. Great. Not complicated at all. Looks pretty. And let's get the express route in here. Let's see. Crow flies. Where are we going? Yeah, I can't delete those roads. I don't think I can. You are going straight through the factory again. That's not helping. Okay. Inside track first. Go around the mountain. Yes, please. Tunnel. I'm okay with that. High-speed trains usually have longer tunnels than the short trains, so I am good with that long piece of tunnel there. Now, why are you... I guess it's a low embankment. I think that is acceptable. More embankment, yes. Cross this. Let's see, how are we connecting here? You are doing a little swan neck. Not a fan of that. Let's try it a little different. Well, the same, but different. Either this looks better now. So 120, 119 just there. I think that is okay. I could still make this just a tiny bit better, but I like not perfectly straight lines. So this is right up my alley. Yeah. That looks good. I could, at this point, connect them all and make things happen, but I don't want to yet. Let's see. These, let's connect them up here. Because I'm not planning on continuing those tracks for, you know, at all. The forefield looks very different on that side compared to this side. Is that okay? I'm gonna go with yes. That is okay. Why did I just delete that? I just want to get them into part of these tracks so they look like they actually belong here, not just are random ends. I think it makes it a little more enjoyable to watch. Now, you, sir, cover up that patch of grass. And now you're connected to both of these sides. This track is really for, well, really just for this side. Because, again, these are going to be down, down, up, up. So they're all going to be one direction. And this looks like it's fine now. Could I add another piece of track here to make something happen? Yes, I could, but I don't think I want to. Great. Now, next city is here. Should I do the same idea where I have the fast train passing this? The nice thing about that is also that I can actually use all the different tracks for the other trains I'm going to add later, and that may be very, very helpful. I think I'm going to do that. Do you connect right away and relatively straight? Yes, you do. Buy house. Don't need you. Buildings. Regular. This guy. This is going to be regional train. Connect right up here. Yes, I am not going to get the whole city from you. I get that. Understood, because most of the city is really on this side, so it's going to take a while now until I'm there. Thanks, autosave. You showed up again just when I expected that you would. I never expect autosave to show up when it actually shows up. Okay. More road that we will not require for a while. When we require it, we will put it back in and pay for it. That is fine. Great. Oh yeah, let's go close to the road. I like it. Should I go closer to the road, though? I think this is as close as I want to go. That's fine. And you can come right in here. I don't think there's an argument here. There's no argument to be made. So, yeah. So if you come back, please snap the whole way where I pull you out. Sometimes it just doesn't work the way you want it to work. And honestly, that is okay. But it's not always desired. So, if I want to have an up, up, down, down, then technically... Ooh, I have idea. If you come out here a little bit, we have some room. So, let's see. Then back you up and throw you into the other turn. This looks fine. And now I just have the middle tracks raise above this track. And you're already doing it. You are already... Control does not make it snap, and that's perfect. I think I'm going to back this up a little more later, but we are kind of doing what I wanted to do. Let's see, can we go a little more less steep? Oh, yeah, this one. Love it. Yes. Eventually we will have to replace this bridge because it's not fast enough for a fast train. But for right now, this is just perfect. How does this look? Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is great. I think this is still called a flying junction, so I'm kind of proud that that just worked. Let's stay on the flat-ish. Oh, you still want to go up. Let's see. Is this gonna work? It is gonna work. You may hear my surprisedness. But we're getting pretty tall here. Let's see if we can back this up a little bit and come down. Or at least straighten out. I know we can't do that. But I think We can go straight just for a little bit. Straight-ish. Yes. Yes. And then here we just use an embankment to level out. And level out as far as we can. Nice, soft gradient. And I think that looks good. Yeah, this is a nice junction. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Let's have you run right by this. Okay, this is a problem that I usually have. If you lay them out like I just did, it ends on the ground. But when it does that, it's essentially pointing down, and that's not what we want. So let's let it level out just as much as we need. Right there looks fine. And then you continue this way. Sorry, sir. We don't need you. Go away. You are not required for our business. Okay, well, I think there's no question of where the train station will go here. 160, please. This size. Smack dab in the middle of the city. Cover everything. Beautiful. Only taking out one building? Yes, this was meant to be. Get our tracks. Let's see. The fast train can connect straight away. Yep. Don't mind if I do. The longer the pieces that I connect, the less of a wobble there will be when we're done. So I am happy with this. And then here, I think we're going to go a little different than we usually do. We're going to have just a two-way track at the end to keep it different. Maybe there's going to be a small little queue here. That'll be cute. Again, here, let's cross, make that side a little faster, make this one a little slower. Why? This one's further away from the station. It's the only reason. And then these guys can just connect up to here. Long swing. I have no problem with that. Yes. I think we did the thing. Everything's connected. I can even, if I want to, put a harbor here, put a channel here, even put a channel on this side and get a harbor connected to Matlock. That could be really neat, but we don't need that right now. Let me set up the rail signals. You want to make sure that at least part of them are one-ways. So when you set up the lines, they pick the lines that you actually want to pick. Just a side note. I'll be right back. Now here's our first Baldwin coming into our new city. The fastest train that we have, that's the express now, the inner city line. You can go 60, it's not bad, but it could be better. I think this one's gonna just turn around straight away. I do like how the lines came out, and what I like even more, once this guy stops, he's already picking up people. It's going the other way, and that's fine. But all stations have people waiting already, and up here, if we look, we have, excuse me, city. We have people waiting for both lines. That's perfect. So it's actually going to work. There's going to be a lot of people waiting here right now. We're essentially out of money. I was over $1 million in debt. Now it's a little less, but I think for the inner city line, and I numbered them now, we have 2 trains. And for the regional lines, I bought 5 trains. It is a relatively long distance, and if that's too many, then that's too many. We will fix that. But for right now, I'm just happy that this works. Can you go over all the way? Nope. You also want to go the other way. That seems a little weird. Usually this is better at spacing out the lines, but that's okay. Oh, you decided that you want all the lines together. No, let's fix that. Okay. Why does the turquoise line wants to be on there? No. And then you can also turn around. You do not need to go behind your buddy. Broom yard on 4, I believe. 4, you should be on platform 2. That's much better. I do not mind you crossing anything at all, but why? Yeah, you're coming out there. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. We could adjust this just a little bit when we have money again. Okay, you're going that way anyways. You're silly. You're going the wrong way. Let's speed this up a little bit. But yeah, right now this is a pain point where they all meet. What I should probably do is get a connection from here to this lane. Let's fix the other one as well while we're here. Because you're 7, manage line, 7, go to platform 1. It's not that hard. So now we actually have a little curing area here that will take some time to get everything right. And I like that. Everything on this side is pretty straightforward, boring. So that should all be good. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but we will not have time to do any goods. The episode will be too long. So I'll let this run for a little bit. Maybe one train will actually go this way. I would like to go over the bridge and under the bridge. Look at this. This is pretty. Aw, yeah, bridge pillar, come on. Look at that. It was pretty at some point, and then the game made it not pretty anymore. Hey, you're going this way. Obviously, we have the general going the other way. Going at 45. The other one goes at 60, so I hope that plays into the decision-making of the of our passengers, but it may not. So, yeah. Let's go nice and close. That's all I have. Bunch of trains, bunch of new lines, couple bridges, couple tunnels, more cities, more trams, you know, just getting more people on the network. That's what makes you money. That's what keeps everyone happy. That's what I like to do. I want to grow this network into something humongous that covers the whole map and actually works and doesn't end up in a slideshow. That will be wonderful. So we'll see how far we can take this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. If you have any comments, let me hear it. Anything. If you want me to do something different, if you want me to do something more of, if you want me to X, Y, Z, doesn't matter, just let me know. If I can do it, I will try to do it. If I can't, I will probably tell you I can't, but I want to hear it nonetheless. Look at this, there's people here too, there's people everywhere. Not a lot, but there is people. And there will be more. This is the first train, I think, that goes on this route. Yep, okay, thanks for watching. Bye!